everyone, welcome to the Coding Channel. Today is the second episode of our C# console application tutorial series for beginners. And in this episode, we are going to talk about how to create a new console application project in Visual Studio IDE and learn the basic program syntax of C# as well. This and more when we come back. Now, after we launch the Visual Studio 2019 IDE, this window will automatically appear. And the first thing that we need to do is to create a new project. We just have to click this Create a Project button. Now, on the left side, I already have some sample programs here. That's why these are the most recent applications. Okay, so but if you're going to start a new project, you just have to click this one to create a new project. Now, in the next window, we'll ask you to select, okay, what programming language are we going to use? Of course, C#, and then these are the platforms. Okay, you can also select all platforms, for example, or Windows. Okay, if you're going to create a command line application that can run on a .NET Core. Okay, take note that in our previous episode, we've already discussed the .NET Core, the difference of .NET Core and the .NET Framework. Okay, just to give you an idea, again, the .NET Framework is an older version wherein if we're going to choose this one, to select this one can only be run on a Windows operating system. Okay, and the .NET Core is a newer version of a .NET framework. Okay, they call it .NET Core, wherein it's a cross-platform, meaning that if you're going to create a command line application, you can now run that application on Mac OS, on Windows, and on Linux operating system. That's why it's a cross-platform. Okay, and then since we are going to create a console application, so we just have to select console. Okay, so this time we will select the console application, and let's click the next button. Okay, the next window is the config. If you want to configure our new project, so in here you just need to fill up the project name. So you can use the default name, or let's say, for example, I want to change this one to episode 2, console app episode 2. And then you just need to specify the location. For example, we want to store that in our drive D. So you just select the folder. And then the solution name is, since we are just starting, the solution name is the same as our project name. Okay, so the solution name is only a container, or think of it as a folder. Okay, because a solution can have many projects, related projects. But this time, since we're just starting, so one project in one solution name. Okay, so meaning you just have to check this one, place a solution and project in the same directory, and then click next. Okay, and then we have another additional information here. Since we've chosen the .NET Core, okay, meaning it's a cross-platform, the latest version now is the .NET 5.0. After the version 3 point something, okay, there's no such thing as .NET Core 4.0. Okay, the next version is the .NET 5.0, which is the current, which is the latest version, okay, that we're using. Just a simple info. And now we're ready to create our first project. So here's the typical C# program, wherein our project name is the namespace. Okay, take note that we named our project as Console App Episode 2. So that project name will appear here as a namespace. And then inside of our namespace, there is a class program by default. And inside of a class, there is a main method. And inside of a main, where we put all our new code. So let's say, for example, in this one is an example of an output statement in a C#. So if you're going to run this simple program, you just have to click the run button here, and then you just have to wait a couple of seconds, and then you can now see the hello world output there in our console window. Okay, now if you have noticed this using system statement here, okay, so this system is a namespace, a built-in namespace. The main reason why we put it here, why we put the using system directives here, it's because we've reused the class, the built-in class of system, which is console, okay, in our output statement. So that's the reason why we put that one. Or if you're going to ask me, is it possible to omit this line? Yes, is it? That's possible. For example, I'll just put this inside of a comment. Okay, by the way, the comment here in C# is similar to Java, where we use the double slash for a single line comment. Okay, so meaning once this code is inside of the comment, um, this one will not be executed by C#. Okay, if you're going to run this program, and we will generate an error. Okay, so for example, okay, it's just select the no here, and then just go to view menu and then select the error list for you to see the error. Okay, so the name console does not exist in the current context. It's because this one is inside of a comment. Okay, so the other way of doing that, if you don't want to specify the namespace here, you just have to use to attach to proceed this statement, this output statement with the system namespace and then followed by a dot. Okay, so meaning every time that we use the console, we will use the system. Okay, for instance, I'm going to add another output statement here. Okay, so I just have to use system dot console dot write line, and then for example, just have to put welcome to C#. Okay, and then since this one is an output statement, and all statements in C# ends with a semicolon. Take note of that. Okay, now if we're going to run again, so the output is now two lines. So hello world and welcome to C#. Okay, so that's it. Now another comment is the multiple line comment. For example, I just want to I don't want to delete this code. I want to put this inside of a comment so that I can use this one later. So my technique is just to use the multiple line comments. So forward slash and then asterisk to begin, end to end, asterisk, and then forward slash. So this one is an example of a multiple line comment. So if we're going to run this, so we don't have any output now. It's because this line is inside of a comment. Okay, so that's the use of comment. So another use of comment is, for example, if you just want to specify, for example, I just put it back, okay, and then instead of multiple line comment, I will just use a single line comment, and for example, I just wanna show you that the following code is an example of an output statement in C#. So we can just simply put that one there, okay, or you can put also an inline comment here. Okay, just precede it with a double forward slash, and then for example, this one is a comment. Okay, so that's it. So the text after this forward slash will be ignored by the compiler once we run. Okay, now another thing that I want to show you is on how to manually compile and run this program without clicking this run button. And the other way of doing that is by using the developer command prompt or developer PowerShell. Just in case you don't have this a tab here, okay, or window, just go to view menu and then select terminal. Okay, and then within that terminal, there is a PowerShell and the command prompt. Okay, and then you can just drag it over here, okay, if you want to. Okay, now, for instance, let me try to run this one, okay, or compile this one first manually. Because sometimes if we have so many lines there, So when we run our program, okay, we will need to wait for a couple of seconds, right? So I think that if we're just testing our program, we're not yet done. Okay, initial testing, it's better that we use the developer command prompt here. Okay, to compile, you just have to specify CSC for C# compiler, and then you just have to specify the class name. In this case, our default name is program, right? So program.cs. Now, the only difference of Java and C# when it comes to the manual compilation here and execution, okay, is that in C#, it's not case sensitive. Take note that our uh, class name is in upper case P, okay, but we can also use all in lowercase here to compile our program. And once the prompt appear again and you haven't seen any error messages here, it only means that the compilation is successful. Okay, no syntax error. Okay, and then it's about time to run. How are we going to run? Using the developer command prompt, all you have to do is just to specify the class name again, program.exe or exe, then press the enter key. Okay, so that's it. Okay, but take note, what have you noticed after we've put the code to execute? We don't have any output here. Okay, why? Take note that we are manually compiling this one. Okay, so if you have modifications inside of this file, all you have to do is just go to file menu and then save it first. Okay, okay, so save it first, or you just have to press the Control+S before we compile. So again, let's try to compile by using CSC again, and then program.cs. Okay, that's it. Just to make sure that we are compiling the new edited version. Okay, and then let's wait. Okay, what happened? Okay, and then no error. This time we will run. So program.exe. Okay, there you go. So we now have hello world, welcome to C#. And then the version of developer PowerShell is almost the same with developer command prompt, except that this one, the command here is color, color yellow. Okay, for example, CSC. Then let's try to compile again. Program.cs. Okay, the same command. Okay, but this time, if you're going to run, you just have to use dot and then / before the program, which is the name of our class, .exe. That's the only difference, okay, of using the developer PowerShell here. It's the same output here. If you want to clear, just use CLS, clear the screen. Same thing here, for example, CLS. So that's it, how we compile and run by manually, and then how to just simply click this button. Okay, so you have a lot of options there. Okay, and that's all for today. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And as always, show your love through comments and favorites. God bless and thank you for watching.